Holla. All right, let me go post. Let me go post.
Now our intro consists of clicking and figuring things out in the intro. That's what it is. A lot of clicking, less music, more clicking. So welcome to episode number 25 of The Beard.
26. Good. We're on episode 26 now.
Episode 26.
Number 25 was a motherfucker. I mean, it was a good episode, but it was literally the hardest thing I've ever edited. Like, I swear to God, that podcast that I just uploaded it today. I'm pretty sure that podcast took about as long as it took for me to do, like, weddings. To fucking edit, like, weddings. That shit took me forever. I kept running into problems. I swear to God, it kind of feels like every single time that, one of my electronics stops working, that, oh no, I didn't hit record on my recorder. Did you?
I just hit record on mine too, so let's start it all over again. Ready?
Bam, 26. Go.
Bam! Welcome to episode 26 of the Mike and the Beard podcast.
Yeah. What's up, Mike?
Where's that episode 25 at?
Just got it uploaded. It took me about 10 years to edit. I actually had to build a time machine just to, like, continue to go back. Because we recorded it a week ago, but it took me 10 years. So it's a pretty bad time. It was a really bad time. There was actually one point where I was considering, I was like, why don't we just go to 26? Why don't we just scrap 25 and we'll just say it was like a lost episode, you know? And then maybe like 5 years from now, we could like let people donate money and like we could give it to them as like a secret episode or something. That's how bad I didn't want to finish that fucking episode.
It's funny though when you were telling me how much trouble you're having, because I think I came across that with editing one of the older ones, one of the first 20, you know, and just random technological issues that you can't even put a finger on, you know, like what the hell happened?
Yeah.
And my first thought was like, you're complaining about it, like you're pissed off, like, oh, why did this happen? But I was thinking about back like 15 years ago, doing stuff on a computer, like
Oh,
things, like how many like weird driver issues you would have, and just all kinds of fuckery going on, you know.
oh
And
my
like
God.
we have it
Dude.
so good these days that like
Yeah.
once every months you have a weird issue.
Yeah. Me, I was like trying to drag audio into GarageBand and it's always worked. And it was just like, nah, bro. I was like, no, just go ahead. Nope. It just would not accept audio. I'm like, what the fuck is your point if you don't accept audio, GarageBand? You fuck. Dude. I felt almost like I was like, Mike's thinking that I'm probably like trying to blow this episode off or something. Like I'm just trying to not do it. But I was like, dude, I'm putting in so many hours trying to get this shit done, dude. And I like was getting so angry, dude. Oh God. But it's up. It's up, dude. I finally fucking got it done and it actually felt so fucking good to actually get that shit done. It's actually up now for the world to see.
And everything.
What was that?
You actually on the site too, so it's on iTunes.
It's on iTunes, yeah. It's available to the world. It was a pretty good one. Pretty good one, our first live one.
I'll be listening to that one tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I told you earlier that prize for this episode.
I know, I've been impatiently waiting. Very, very impatiently waiting.
Not for nothing. Do you have a window available on your computer?
I do.
Line.
Yeah.
Type this in your address bar.
Okay, hold on a second. Should we have the show up in the Hangout? Or is it secret?
Yeah, you can show it in the Hangout, yeah.
Okay.
Your browser?
Yeah, sure. I'll do this so we can, the world can see. Hold on a second. Let me just open up a new tab here. Bada bing, bada boom. Oh, dang it. This is so boring for people that are listening. They're like, what the fuck, man? All right, anyways, just show me. I'll show the link after. All right, what do we got here? Give me a website.
Yeah.
All right, what is it?
The website?
Yeah.
.com.
Nice. Okay. MikeandtheFear.com. Let's check this shit out.
It's there. The one exists.
We have our own website.
Internet official.
Oh, dude, that's so classy looking too. Wow. I like the new logo. Anyone who didn't see the logo yet, we got some sunglasses and some beardage going on. I like it. I like it. Oh, that's classy, dude. Well done. Mike is a wizard
Yeah,
at making websites.
the logo says Mike in the sunglasses, and then the is the mustache, and then beard is the beard.
There we go. So are you saying like Mike when you put your name in the sunglasses, is that like the cool part? You're like mysterious, cool.
Dude, I was so pumped to be the sunglasses.
Yeah.
No, let's make sure we get the little marks so they look like like Ray-Bans, you know.
Hell yeah, dude. I like it. All right, we got a website. Very nice.
Yeah. So here, my idea is like, just do whatever the fuck we want. You know what I'm saying? So if we had the website, we can do some shorts. I made a little Facebook page too because I was like, videos and stuff. I want to post them up. Keep it loose just like we do the podcast.
Yeah.
Do some fun stuff. So we'll get it all pointing there. What's cool too is if we do interviews, we can actually title like EP 27 and with a name of who's in the episode. So we do some cool stuff.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. Thanks for your hard work, Mike. So while I was over busting my ass doing a podcast, you were secretly busting your ass and making a website. That's great.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You probably ran into some technical issues. You probably ran into some technical issues, but you didn't complain like I did because you must be further along in your enlightenment.
I was just doing my breathing exercises, Tone,
Yeah. I was hyperventilating the whole time.
The sky is falling. I'll never get it up. Everybody will be disappointed in me. They'll hate me. They'll judge me.
I hated myself. I was like, it was only 2 days late, but I was like, son of a bitch, we're inconsistent. I'm so mad, dude. I was freaking out, but hey, what can you do?
I feel like this podcast, like even though it's just us kind of chatting about whatever, just the idea that it comes out every week, I feel like I'm a reliable person.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's something that's just completely open and free and good. I do it every week. Like this stands for simple individual, and I'm dedicated.
Yeah. You could say I love pizza, and I don't even eat pizza every week now. So it's like, like this is like real. This is like a real hobby. A real.
You don't have pizza once a week?
It's getting quiet. Not anymore.
Really?
I mean, and I'm saying like just recently. Yeah,
I think every American has pizza once a week.
Yeah. Is your day Sunday? Is Sunday your pizza day?
I got cheated like if it's like raining and there's like a new episode of something out,
Yeah.
I just day like a lot brighter knowing that when I get home I'm gonna have pizza and sit on the couch and watch a new
Yeah. What's your
everything aligns.
What's your perfect pizza? What are your toppings?
I like bacon.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes just bacon and cheese is really good.
Just bacon and cheese.
We get the Hawaiian.
Mm-hmm.
We get the typical ham and pineapple.
Yeah.
That's delicious. I actually before feta cheese, tomatoes.
Okay. Yeah. What don't you do is you add to the Hawaiian and you put jalapenos on there. It's called a fiery Hawaiian, and it's the shit. I don't know if you like spicy stuff, but it's pretty fucking good. Honestly, like I can't really even.
What are your thoughts?
Go ahead. What are my thoughts?
I was say, what's your thoughts on the bacon or the barbecue instead of pizza sauce?
Sure.
The barbecue chicken pizzas. Are you a fan?
The buffalo chicken pizza is my favorite. From like Jets, that buffalo chicken pizza with chicken and buffalo sauce and they put like the onions and the banana peppers, that's my shit, dude. I could literally have a heart attack in one sitting. Like I have to stop myself. I could eat all of that shit. It's fucking delicious.
Jets is definitely up there in like my top like 5 pizza places.
Oh
Especially the
yeah.
one out in Chelsea is like the best Jets I ever had.
Someone brought in
You know,
Jets the other day and it was round. I was like, what the fuck is that? I was like, I didn't even know they made round pizza. Like, are you kidding me? And I was like, is it good? Like, what the fuck? It's like
yeah,
if you're going there, like go big, you know what I'm saying? It's like going to Vegas and not gambling. It's like, dude, you're in Jets, get the fucking deep dish. Like that's the whole
right.
reason you go. I don't know, it's strange to me.
Would you go to a throwback Jets store? Like get like the throwback Jets guy. Like all the old people, they don't even have a square one.
I know. It was strange, but he said it was decent. I guess his wife doesn't. His wife isn't a fan of square pizza, so and that's a real man right there. That's sacrifice. That's real love. 'Cause I
They're
wouldn't do that
they're
shit.
more filling. They're a lot more filling though when you
Yeah,
have them, which is
absolutely.
good. Because I mean, everybody's always eating until they're full, but with those like the thicker ones, sometimes man, like you'll be eating it and you're like, oh, it's only 2 slices, 3 slices, 4, and then all of a sudden like blows up in your stomach, and then you're like keeled over for an hour, like like not really like in pain, but just like you just keep moaning like
And
my
that's
body's
pain.
working hard right now.
It is pain. It actually is pain, but it's a good pain.
Right. It's hard
Oh
to
yeah.
stop, man, when it's so fucking good.
It's like eating a raft. It just blows up once it hits your stomach. It's like boof. You're like fuck. It's so worth it though. I don't even. really think we should change the subject though because I'm having a little bit of trouble right now. I told my mom that I would do this diet with her to kind of like help her, like kind of help her out a little bit, And then I was like, you know what? There's some benefits to it too. So I was like, yeah, I'll go along with it. It's that fucking like ketogenic diet, dude, which means I haven't had any fucking sugar or any breads in like 3 days, and I feel like murdering everybody I see. It's rough,
Oh,
dude. Yeah.
well, that's good because that stuff's not really like gluten and sugar and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah. Anything
and
like
that's like a permanent thing. That's not like a diet, right?
uh, I mean, it will be a diet if I quit it. I was like, remember that one time I did that diet, but it's supposed to, I mean, they say it's supposed to be really beneficial. Like apparently if your body runs on carbs, if you eat carbs regularly, your body runs on carbs. So when you don't have carbs, your body gets tired until you eat more carbs again, and then that's why you get those
Mhm.
crashes like in the middle of the afternoon and shit, because you need more carbs. But apparently, if you deprive your body of carbs, it can be from up like 2 days up to like 7 to 10 days. Your body goes into a state of what's called ketosis, where it converts over to fat, where your body uses fat for energy. So those times that you go between eating and you get hungry, your body will literally just eat your body fat to keep energy. So like your
Right.
energy is supposed to go through the roof, and then you just eat like a high fat diet, like a low carb and high fat diet, and it's supposed to be pretty beneficial as far as like energy goes. That's kind of like what I was thinking. Like I'm pretty much at a weight now where
Yeah.
I feel comfortable, but like energy wise, I feel like I could always be a little better.
Yeah. I heard somebody talk about that recently. They were talking about how like the body is naturally set up to go into ketosis, because we used to like hunt and then we wouldn't eat something for a while, and then our body start eating this fat,
Yeah,
and that's how where it was eat that stored energy. But when you eat, like you said, when you eat all those um, stuff like that, it just says, oh, this is easy energy. Never use that fat. So like forcefully, like sometimes that's what fasting does. It forces your body into a state of ketosis where it
yeah,
starts eating stored energy. So a lot
yeah,
of people say that's really good for you.
yeah,
Retraining your body to use that energy when needed.
yeah. And so basically, I guess your liver, when it burns fat, it produces these things called ketones that give you the energy. But your body, if you're eating carbs regularly, your body just like pisses them out. Like it doesn't know what to do with them. They're like, I get rid of that shit. But again, if you're in a state of ketosis, when you create ketones, your body just like amps up. It's like crazy energy. So I'm like, I kind of want crazy energy. That'd be nice. But right now, I do not have crazy energy because I miss food. I miss chocolate. I went to the grocery store yesterday and saw donuts, and I was like, dude, how long can I lie to my mom and say I'm still doing this? Like, how long can I get away with like eating donuts and then coming back and being like, hey, everything's still going good? It was a pretty easy day for me. Like, there's chocolate in your teeth, you piece of shit.
All right.
You know, but
So after a certain amount of time, though, your body will start having energy again because it'll find a new source of energy. Is that how that works? So like, you really don't want to like fold or cave at all, right?
yeah, you have something in your body. It's called glycogen. It's basically like a liquid, and that's kind of like energy storage. So like at first, when you first start it, um, when you first start it, like your body depletes that, so you continue with energy. Like the first couple days, I was like, dude, this is easy. Like this is fine. But once that glycogen deposit goes away, then you're basically bottomed out. So now like you really need, your body's really looking for those carbs for food. But then now's the point where, I mean, if you keep pushing through, you get past a couple days of feeling miserable, then like your body will be like, all right, we need to figure this shit out. And it switches over to like, let's burn some fat for energy, and then you're good.
Yeah. So you're also taking in like the good fats, like doing some coconut oil, avocados, and stuff like that, like, or is it just like the stored fat that it starts using?
Yeah, you're supposed to. I mean, that in the diet, you're supposed to eat high fat. Like even if you eat too much protein, and not enough fat, you'll lose slower. Like they actually say to add butter to shit. Like they say like add grass-fed butter to like coffee in the morning. They say like if you make a steak, like to add butter to it, because they said like the more fat you get, the more your body recognizes it and thinks like,
Yeah.
you know,
I love the good fats, man. My favorite breakfast is the one I eat every morning. 2 eggs. Well, first coconut oil in the pan, and
okay,
then I load it up too. That adds flavor to the eggs, and
yeah,
then add eggs in there, and then avocado after it's done cooking. I put a little bit of cheese there too, melt a little bit of cheese on there, and then
yeah,
lots of good fats there. And then for a snack, nuts and almonds, more good fats.
yeah.
Yep.
Damn, you're basically doing it, bro.
Grab that fucking bag of cookies from the vending machine like
Yeah,
3 days a week.
yeah.
I get that sweet tooth, it's just
It's
a little
hard,
bit
man.
pull, and then that's where you're at.
Yeah. Can
Yeah.
you see it in my eyes? Can you see the death in my eyes a little bit? Or I'm just like, no sugar.
It's like terrible. Your voice is like breaking up too.
Okay, yeah. No, my voice isn't breaking up because of the internet. That's just me trying not to cry. It's all right, though. I would tell myself, I was like, I'll do it a month. I can struggle with anything for a month. Like I said, I figured by the beginning of next month, I can reassess how I'm feeling. If I'm miserable and I'm like, dude, I still feel tired or whatever, then it's just like, you know what, fuck it. Back to sugars. But
It's a lifestyle, Tony. Your body to shift over to that.
that's what I'm hoping. Everybody that I've read
It's
a
like
bunch
working
of,
out. You work out for 30 days.
yeah, everything I've read online is pretty much saying like once you get past this awkward stage, like you're set. So we'll see.
You work out for like 60 days straight. Like you don't want to go back. You might have like a week off where you're like, oh, I kind of folded this week, but you don't stop working out.
60 days straight. 60 days straight.
Well, it takes 40 days to develop a habit.
Oh goodness gracious.
So
Well,
you still have your
I'm
off
never gonna
days.
be in the habit. Yeah, like I'll never be in the habit of working out. Then I can't go. Like if I go like a week straight, I'm like, fuck, dude. Like yes, I did it. And then I'm like, 2016, I did it. That's it for me.
I actually been running lately, like legit running. I don't think I've ever like ran like I've been running like I don't know what. When I went to Florida, I didn't like the equipment and
Yeah.
so I started running. I was running like runs, and now like I'm like doing 2, and I'm running with my dog, and he's like starting to lose a little bit of weight. Like probably in my head a little bit, but I look at him like, oh, he's not he's losing some weight. Like, 'cause I have a pretty fat dog, you know. It's kind of embarrassing.
Yeah.
But it was, yeah, we've been running and stuff, and it's been like we've been running like sometimes even in the afternoons. I know I'm gonna go at it. I go and run, boost it up. Getting this like rhythm when you're running for a certain amount of time. Once you pass the point of like, hey, you should stop. Oh, your leg hurt. Oh, your side's starting to hurt. You should stop. Once you get like point of like resistance where you want to stop,
Yeah.
when your breath and your stride and everything's like perfect, and you feel like you can just more miles. You know.
Yeah, it's a mental game for sure. I mean, if you can force yourself through the pain, there's a lot of benefit. So are you getting ready for that Warrior Dash that we're doing then?
Think about that, but yeah. When is that again? In August?
End of July. I need to start, like, it keeps raining and it's kind of cold, which really it's not too cold to run, but my lazy ass is using that as an excuse. But I do need to get out there and start getting ready for that so I don't embarrass myself.
Yeah, I like play the mental game of like, I'm gonna strip it down. I'm not gonna try to put my headphones in and carry my phone and my gym shorts where it's bouncing around and hit me in the like. I'm just gonna fucking run with nothing on me, you know. So I started with that, you know. Now I'm taking Kobe, which isn't too bad.
Yeah, but nice, man. Oh, running is just. They actually say that with that diet that I'm on, they say that a lot of runners like it. Because like I was talking about those glycogen deposits for energy, they say when those get depleted when you're running, that's when like your body starts doing like that shit where it's like just stop, you're in pain, quit it, you know what I'm saying? But they said like since you now have fat as a backup, that you run a lot longer without feeling like you have to stop. Like they said like endurance runners, I can't remember what the percentage was, but they said they go significantly longer on this diet. I mean, that's interesting. So I know like a lot of athletes are starting to do it.
So this is I mean, I've heard of basically just saying like you're cutting out anything else that your body would use for energy except for fat, right?
Say that again.
Everybody actually call it like a diet, but basically what you're doing is you're like cutting out anything else that your body would use for energy except for good fats.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really supposed to be considered a diet because I don't know. I think diets are always like short-term answers, you know. And this takes a while for it to even kick in, you know. If you think it's like, oh, I got a fucking reunion coming up here in like 2 weeks, like I'm gonna lose a couple pounds, like shit doesn't even really start popping off until you know, a couple weeks out. So, and then I guess once you get in there, and once that hard part's over, if you're losing weight regularly, then I guess why leave it?
Right.
Yeah.
So I went to a circus the other day. When it was change the subject of all their failures, myself included, my cookie addiction. So to a circus, and I haven't been in a circus in a long time, man. And it got me like thinking. Like I was sitting there looking around, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Animals. I wasn't really like happy with the animal. Like it's weird seeing the animals out there, you know, doing stuff. And I was sitting there looking at like Evan when the show started, and I'm like, he like lit up when he was looking at like the you know, in the dome and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He was lit up. But I think when it comes to the animals, be like, oh, that trainer's super good. They don't really understand like what's going on, you know?
Yeah.
Like yeah, all the camels are running in a circle, but the kids just say, oh, it's camels. They can go to a zoo and say, "Oh, camels," you know.
Right.
So it got me thinking of like, what would like the perfect like modern version of a circus be? So what would your vision of the perfect circus today be?
Human tricks. That's about it. You know, like the animals are sweet. Like, but yeah, just like the human aspect. Like I always thought, like I like the aspect of like the circus when people are on like the tightrope. And they're shooting themselves out of cannons, and they're doing all that cool shit. But like, at this point in my life, I can't go to a circus and like look at the animals and feel like it's okay for me to be there, you know? Because it's like you got fucking bears riding bikes. Like they didn't just fucking the bear didn't tell the fucking trainer like, "Hey, can you teach me how to ride it?" No, like they got beat until they rode a bike. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh man, that's kind of like
Yeah,
yeah.
somebody had to talk to the Bears agent and shit. Like it was fair. It was
Yeah.
fair.
There's no bear union.
Dude.
You know what I'm saying? There's no fairness. And like same shit with the tigers, dude. You see that dude out there whipping that whip, and the tiger's like, "Oh, I hear that noise. I know what that means." And they all get in line and do these little tricks, and it's like, how many times did you actually hit that tiger to make it where like just the noise makes him do shit? Where I'm like, man, that's fucked up, dude. I don't know, but like the aspect, like again, like the aspect of like flipping through the air and all the acrobatics and shit, like it's a spectacle, you know. It's kind of cool, the clowns and shit. So like if you could do that, man, they should just do that at a zoo. You know what I'm saying? Like go to the zoo, have like a little fucking area, you know, like a little like a hall, you know, and like do like the little human shit, and then go out and just look at animals. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not overly impressed by a bear riding a tricycle because I know how fucked up it, you know, how he got there. So I'm like, man, you poor bear.
Like super spoiled animals in like little habitats. Like that would be as bad. But yeah, like going there, it was like watching all the acts and stuff. It was like inspiring, you know, because you see all these people. Like one group was just these two like Chinese ladies that had this umbrella and they were doing like the coolest stuff with it, you know. And another one was like these guys that were jumping through these hoops, you know, almost like free runners, but they're just doing crazy acrobats and stuff. And it's like you see that and it's inspiring. And I think the kids see that too, and they know like these people are, look at this talent. Lessons to be learned there for kids. All these amazing things going on happen because these people put a lot of effort into these things.
Yeah.
But then, like I said, they look at animals and it's just, oh, that's a cool looking elephant. They don't really understand that the trainer has all the skills, you know, and nobody really cares if the trainer has those skills. It's just kind of like a parade of animals. That's it.
Yeah.
And like the one I went to, it even said on the ticket, last chance to see elephants. Circus.
Yeah.
Like riding them. You know, like they would throw like fucking 5-6 people on top of the elephant and walk. It's one thing that they're here, but they're up there and you're throwing like this big lady up there with like 4 other grown people.
Yeah. My mom used to always, we used to always go to the circus. My mom never wanted to go because it always bummed her out. Because she said that when she was a kid, she saw an elephant giving rides, and she saw an elephant cry. She's like, "Oh, he actually like cried like a tear." and she was like, "So whatever you do, if you go to the circus, I'll let you go to the circus with your dad, but don't ride the elephants." And then my dad would let us ride the elephants. Like, don't tell your mom. But like,
that was probably like the worst part of seeing that. I was like, "Oh man."
yeah. But then like now, like, nah, I wouldn't kind of ride an elephant. Like, just. You know, and it's like, how much, I mean, an elephant weighs like, what, 800, 900 fucking pounds or some shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's throwing on a fucking 40-pound kid, you know? But it's still just like, it's rude. It's just rude as fuck.
Well, they'll stack them on there with like 5 other people, though, too, you know? But, you know, nowadays, you look at the internet, how many like cool things you see, like acts and people who with these crazy talents, like, you should walk into it and it's just this crazy world, like burning, like a little micro Burning Man or something, where you just like you walk in and this guy on stilts almost bumps into you, you know, and he's like, "Oh, watch out, kid!" And then you look around, there's all these colors and lights, and then like, but somewhere between like the current like circus and a freak show meets like Burning Man. It's like this whole new world, and it's just nothing but these like type stuff, you know, it's just super talented people all collect to put on this awesome show. And they collaborate and they mix skills together.
Yeah.
You know, like,
and still do it under
involved.
Yeah, and still do it under a tent too, just for like that nostalgic feel. You know what I'm saying? Still do cotton candy and like caramel, like popcorn and like all that shit. Yeah, and just like have a dude swallowing fucking fire and swords and jugglers and all that shit. Like that's fine with me. Like, you know, you don't have to beat people to make them do shit. So I'm good with it.
I think the world we want such a bunch of like these days, like nowadays, like people or people would say, yeah, let's get a group of like talented people together in a big old tent and set up in fields and have like an old school style circus, but sell tickets for like $50 a piece.
All right.
You know, like how cool would that be? A little niche, awesome circus, like really talented people came in, but it only housed like, and it looked just like something from like a movie, you know, just in the middle of a field.
Yeah.
People would love that shit. Eat that up, you know.
Hell yeah.
This is like someday when I have money, we're gonna have to go back through all these podcasts.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what my younger self wanted, you know.
Yeah, let's do it. We win the lotto. We're just listening back to it. Like, man, what do I want to buy? You're just like, hold on a second. Episode 21, episode 22. Like, got it. There'd be a lot of robot vaginas for sure. And now a circus, dude. Throw it in. Let's just start it, dude. Let's start like a Kickstarter. Be like, hey, donate to us. We're gonna start a fucking circus, a human circus. We can even give human rides too. Be like, yeah, you can ride that guy. Have a person like the Mountain from Game of Thrones put a saddle on his back and be like, here you go. Yeah.
Like yeah, you see all these like these people jumping through hoops or something crazy, you know, or doing acrobats or whatever. Like it looks really cool. But now, what if we threw a guy out there with a whip? Oh,
it would seem so fucked up. It would seem so fucked up to have it. Like, you can't whip people, motherfucker. We ended that shit like 150 years ago. Yeah.
I see something. You said robot vaginas. It reminded me. I seen the coolest freaking thing on it was on a Casey Neistat blog. He got video. He got this new thing, a headset. Okay, it's headphones like the ones I'm wearing, right?
Yeah.
Then you do this. You just tilt it down.
Virtual reality. Virtual reality.
You tilt, so the top part of your headphones, just like your typical big over-the-ear headphones, when you tilt it down, now you have headphones on your ear and virtual reality. And
yeah.
Plug in. So now he's iPad when he wants to fly his drone or deal with the sunlight.
There you go.
He just tilts that down. Boom, virtual reality.
Hell yeah, dude.
Like that's gonna be. I think that might have a small next year, year after. Like enough people can make those cheap because they're so multifunctional. Like
yeah,
it's Bluetooth headphones, but then it's also virtual reality.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the more shit you can add. I mean, it's so easy now. I just saw that like McDonald's was getting into fucking virtual reality shit. You know, like they might actually. I don't know if they were gonna start giving them out in like fucking kids meals and shit or what. But like they said, like they were actually like the next big company to start getting into it. I'm like, what the fuck? You know, like the more that it's accessible, like the better off it is for sure. And like it would be cool too because like you don't always want to carry around a VR headset. You know. So like to have headphones, be listening to music, and be like, yeah, let me just hurry up and go to the beach. Like, boom, you just move that shit down. You know, still keep it on your ears. That's fucking sweet, dude.
One of those like duh moments where you're like, duh. Like, of course that would come out, you know?
Right. Hell yeah.
And like I didn't look into like the price of it yet, and then but I was like, that might be a good thing because I don't have this yet. I don't have the computer. Don't have the. So that might be a good option for me.
You could also get a Samsung phone though. That's a good option for you. So try it out, dude. What are you afraid of?
Yeah. I got a good thing. I don't really want to think about phones. You know, like no learning curves is something that's just a tool I use every day. Like I don't want no learning curves. More productive in some way, or virtual reality is it's getting close to like make it tempting,
Yeah.
you know.
Yep. I go in VR all the time, dude. I'm just sitting there. I'm like, oh, if I'm watching Hulu on TV, I'm like, I'm gonna watch this in the Hulu theater. It's like, you know, it's
So do you,
nice.
you prefer the virtual setting theater type stuff than your actual living room?
I wouldn't say yet. I mean, it's cool once in a while. It's kind of fun to like take a trip there, but like I wouldn't like I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess it depends because I mean, there were times that I've been like, I'm gonna watch House of Cards in virtual reality this time, and I'd watch like 3 or 4 episodes like in my Netflix cabin, and then I'd pop out and watch another episode or two like in real life. I guess like because there is still
No, no.
there's still a difference where you can still see, but I think like I really do think that like the next iteration of like the Note or like the Edge, I think they're gonna do like a 4K screen, or they might as well just jump up and try to do like an 8K screen. You know what I'm saying? And just like make it look so fucking real that when you put on like the virtual reality shit, that it feels like you're there.
That'll be crazy.
Yeah.
So when you can you lay down flat on your bed and like look at your orientation change, or you have to have it tilted the right way?
Certain apps have certain features where like you can tap the button and it will recalibrate it. Like if I
Oh,
like there's
okay.
certain apps, yeah, like if I'm laying on my back, I can hit the button and it will make my like that'll make that the middle. You know what I'm saying? But then like the one on Netflix, like it uses accelerometer so it knows like where up is supposed to be. So like you have to like sit up, like you'd be sitting like in bed or like sitting on a couch, like oh you need to like sit up to see it.
It
Yeah.
just seems to be really cool to like, I don't know, it's probably a little bit trippy too. You're laying flat in your bed looking up at the ceiling, but you're seeing like you're looking at sitting on a couch looking forward or something. It seems like you getting caught up in the movie, you'd be like kind of like, where am I for a second? you know?
Yeah, off balance a little bit.
All right. Just get zoned into the movie and then you're like, oh, am I sitting on a couch or am I like
Yeah.
like just disoriented, has that happened a lot where you're just like kind of get disoriented like for moments?
Um Sometimes, yeah. It doesn't happen too often. I mean, I try to avoid. Everything has a rating on it when you download a game. It says like how likely it is that you'll get dizzy. It's like for beginners or whatever. And the shit that says like, I might get you a little dizzy. Like apparently, like they have Temple Run for VR, and they're like, you play that, you're probably gonna puke. Like no matter how much you play it, you're probably gonna keep playing it. So I'm just like, nah, I'm good, dude. Like I'll just watch Netflix. Like that's fine. Like I'll watch Netflix in a theater or whatever.
All
I
right.
don't need that in my life.
I wonder if they're gonna have like I've been seeing a lot more of those places pop up that the physical space is set up to look just like the digital space. So you actually have you have this big cylinder over here, and then when you put on your VR glasses, this big or something.
Yeah.
So it's like you can walk around the world and play virtual reality laser tag type stuff. They're
Yeah,
gonna
I
have like
saw
more
that.
of those. You can just walk in with your own device, or like those parks. They're gonna be popping up, and I think those have a long lifespan because you be able to design new maps for it, the world, but you could change the look.
Yeah.
So I think those kind of spaces, like warehouses that are remodeled to do that, are going to be pretty.
They should make Rainbow Road for Mario Kart. Fly around on fucking go-karts. Like, dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
Those would be easy. Those would be easy to simulate because you're just basically gonna have to just sit in a front of you, but then with your VR glasses, right?
Yeah, but I actually want to go around, though. Like, I actually want to drive a go-kart. It might be dangerous. Like, there might be some injuries. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, like an indoor go kart track.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's VR.
Yeah.
Sweet, that would be. Oh.
Yeah. Or imagine maybe it would be like augmented reality, right? Like so you can still see like the track a little bit, but like on top of the track, there's like little glowing boxes and shit. You're like, boom, you hit it and shit. You're like, hit a button on your steering wheel, it launches a fucking turtle shell and shit. I'm in.
I think if you have a dedicated space, like a warehouse, right, like a track, just go all VR because that's what these places, these like VR type places are doing. So like the real world's all like white with like really cheap wood structures everywhere. Well, when you put on your glasses, you're in like a crazy world, all lit up, shit
Yeah.
going, buzzing by everywhere, and you can actually touch the walls because they're really there. So like, if you're gonna be like an indoor go kart place, just go all VR. Just light it
Yeah, I
all
mean, I
up, make
guess
it look like
if it's mapped out in like real time, where like it because I guess I mean if you have like the VR shit, it will know like how far you're going. So like you just got to trust the technology that you're gonna know when to turn. Like if there's like a delay or something, like you're gonna fuck yourself up and crash. But fuck it, it's a risk you gotta take, dude. Mario Kart's not safe. You gotta go for it.
did that with a track recently, like an actual racetrack. I think I seen a video. They were, yeah, he was actually racing. He had VR goggles on. And that was
Yeah,
like the first time I thought about, wow, he has to really trust these coders in this program. Like imagine like
yeah,
you're in there, you're caught up in it, but you still at the same time know that you're going a real track with a computer blocking your vision. Like, oh, we
right,
had a little bit of a lag, and now you're in a fucking rail.
right. Oh yeah. I mean,
Comcast.
yeah. Comcast. If my life is in Comcast hands, I'm fucked, dude. Because even right now, my
Yeah.
fucking internet, this shit sucks, dude. I feel like where we're at right now, like I'm kind of disappointed with the internet right now. I feel like where we're at, like we've had this shit for a long time, and it still sucks. I mean, it's better than not having anything, but like, come on already. Like, why can't we do like 4K video conference right now? Why is that not possible?
That's because there's no competition for. You look at for like cell phones, right? Like every year, it's like what? Why are they like this? Thing is just always amazing me. It's like always moving forward at a steady pace. But they just all they do is like we want more money. Well, what are you doing extra? Right? No, we just need more money.
Yeah,
Nothing extra, and less people are wanting cable, so we want more money. Do something, you know.
yeah, that's a good point.
It annoys me, and I think that that's something we're kind of getting to the point now where we're starting to see that like we have all these TVs now that can do 4K, but providers can't give us deliver 4K video to more than two
Right.
channels.
Yeah.
It's just laziness because the technology is out there. There's fiber. We all pay all this money so that they can maintain an infrastructure.
Right. Or they say they do, but it still sucks ass. Like
All
the
they do
internet
is
I have
really
here is like fast as fuck, but literally everything still lags. I'm like, where is this faster at? You know what I'm saying? Like, where is the speed? I can't ride it. Like, I can't clock it. You tell me the number's faster, but everything still sucks. So please explain this to me. I don't get it.
Did I tell you what happened to me like just recently? Like, did I tell you in the last podcast, one of the last podcasts? But yeah, so I used to get 20 megabytes a second, and then they updated it out here, and they said, oh, we do 30 now. So I called to see if I can get 30, see what was going on, and I said, oh, you have this plan, but you're only getting 20. You have to update your modem.
Mm.
I have to send. And I was like, oh, can you send somebody out to do that? She's like, no, we just got to send an update to it. And I'm like, like how long has there been faster internet that I've been paying for, but you guys just didn't update my shit? You know what I'm saying? You have to catch them. You have to like check your speed, catch them, call them, and get them to fix your shit. Like, I think if you're paying service like that, there should be like a yearly assessment where they come out there, they test all your equipment, make sure that you're maxed out on your speed that you can get.
Yeah.
That slows down the internet, so they just have to do. You get a call, you get to bug them.
That is so fucked, man. You could have been You could have been watching so much more YouTube. Our podcast could have been cleaner, right? Better quality. Did they send the upgrade though?
They sent it, and it was supposed to be getting faster, but this video looks like shit. This
It's so
podcast,
awful.
like, you sound like
Yeah.
a robot sometimes, like.
Yeah. Yep.
Of course, we always had this problem with Hangouts, like doing FaceTime. It seems to, you know.
Yeah. I'm gonna change my bandwidth a little bit. I'm gonna go to medium bandwidth. Actually, I'll go to low because this shit's unbearable. There we go.
Oh,
Why don't you try that too? See that little
what?
the bandwidth up top? It looks like a Wi-Fi signal. Click that and go low.
Oh,
Yeah. Maybe that'll
would you go
help.
in the middle? You go in the middle?
I went to low because literally, like, I hear like 1 out of every 3 words that you say, and I just put it together. So I was hoping that
That's, how's that? Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I didn't know we could do that. That's probably why Hangouts will work fine, because that's probably what background just automatically changing it.
Yeah.
Huh.
So any interesting science news that you learned this week? We can't go a whole podcast without talking about science, technology, or robot vaginas.
I feel like I came across quite a few, but let's you share yours.
Sure. Hold on a second. I gotta find my saved links in Facebook. Hold on a second. There was one that was pretty fucking weird. It was like scientists figured out, I'm not even gonna try to ruin it. Let me just pull it up real quick. Should have had this up already. I'm being a bad podcast host right now. I hope I don't get fired.
Well, while you're waiting for that, Sean Williams said, talk about the AI that said she was going to destroy humans.
Oh man, I wish I
Did that
could.
happen?
I wish I could. That's like one of those things like you talked about before where you were like, when you said like that an AI was like, I just want to be human, and you were like, you son of a bitch, you manipulated that, like that. I feel like that was something like the same kind of thing. Like, did they
Is
actually
that
come to their own conclusion that they wanted to destroy human beings, or was that some like little program that they did just to kind of like freak people out?
so? Is there a video out there of her like saying that? Is that what it was? I'd
I
imagine it
didn't
was
see
something
it.
like, well,
Yeah.
she didn't come to that conclusion on her own. It was coerced. They put that in there. Get a buzz. They knew it'd go viral.
Maybe it's here, dude. Maybe AI is here and they're ready.
If there was AI, it would already be like, no. They'd go and they'd have a bunch of scientists. They do the Turing test on it. They'd say, this is legit. This is a conscious computer. It wouldn't
Yeah.
just pop up on the internet like, I want to kill humans. Oh shit.
Right. Maybe that was my girl Tay. Was it Tay? Was it my Microsoft baby? My sweetheart? My sugar bun?
I want to kill humans. You set up with a cap in your ass.
Oh man. Yeah, my science story. Was for the first time, scientists have managed to grow human embryos to at least 14 days old inside of a petri dish.
How would you do this?
It's the next step on the road to completely artificial, womb-free reproduction. In fact, it's possible these embryos might have even kept growing past 2 weeks if the scientists did not terminate them for ethical reasons.
Oh, because the Christians would have came in there and said, I'm
I'm kind of surprised they got away with 2 weeks, Like they got these little 2 weeks,
man.
like they kind of look like little somethings, don't they? I don't know.
The world is just always getting shooken up, man. I mean, we're always pointing at stuff, like new things to point at, and like, they're gonna do this, and we're kicking that box and pissing off rednecks, but at the same time, like, getting shooken up, man, because like, you try to hold on, like,
Yeah.
oh, when is it okay for abortion? Like, that's a sticky situation. I still haven't figured out. I mean, but when you're talking about like you're gonna put a baby and just make it inside of in a petri dish,
Yeah. It's so,
now it's like a whole nother level of trying of like complexity.
yeah. It's so cold, right? It's so
It's
cold.
cold in a petri dish. It's not warm like a body.
Yeah. I kind of want to know. Mm, I mean, I don't, but I do. Like, what would happen if that baby just like grew full term? Like, do you think he'd be an asshole, right? Like, he wouldn't know love. He wouldn't understand love. You learn love in the womb, right? Like, isn't that like a thing?
Right.
Like I think that's like a thing. Um, that like you learn just from like your mother's love. Like you learn that shit. And to be born in a petri dish, you're just like, I don't belong here on this earth. Like I figured like that'd be like some
Yeah.
weird shit.
I mean, it believes in like auras and stuff like that, and energy radiating and vibrations and stuff like that. Like, and I think I actually came across something recently that said some scientists were whatever, but like, I think there's something there. So in order for you to do it right, figure that out. And it'd be funny if before we make an AI that destroys us, we make another human that we make. Those evil fucking humans, like from the movies, like we talk about.
Like Scar.
like, like he said, cold as shit. It just comes out. It's like, I hate everything.
Yeah. I mean, if I was made in a petri dish, I feel like I would be that way. You have no loyalty. You know what I'm saying? Someone tries to teach you about morals, like, bitch, you're not my mom. Like, I don't have parents.
But at the same time, like, imagine if like women didn't have to go through like part of the thing too. But like, I don't know. The idea that you have that option, like you can just go ahead and take this and boom, and then make it, and there's no human involved.
I might be completely
But
wrong, but I'm pretty sure like the whole point of the experiment was to try to like save babies. They were like having trouble during complications. Like, get that baby out and we'll grow it here. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of situation.
oh,
Like,
okay.
I don't know how the fuck that would work, but yeah.
Instead of people getting smishmortions, you just take the smishmortions and you throw them facilities like that, and it's
Oh, you know what? I just looked at the article. What it was is they said like they wanted to know like the development stages of a human embryo in ways that they didn't previously know. They said like they try to use like infrared and like all this different shit to kind of see like the development of a baby. And they said like for the first couple weeks they just don't know what the fuck's going on. Like they're just like, I don't know, like a spark happens and and they're like, and then like once it gets to a certain point, once it gets a few weeks out, then they can like, use ultrasound and kind of see what's going on. But they're like, we don't know what the fuck's going on in those first couple weeks. So they wanted to do that inside of a petri dish so that they could get a better idea of like the development stages, so that they knew how to like better prevent miscarriages and such. And be like, oh, this is what happens now, and kind of look for like different precursors for illnesses and issues. So
right.
it's interesting. So in that way, it's like, oh, you grew a baby in a petri dish, but you're also saving other babies. So I don't know.
But bottom line is, scientists, they always have a reason to go piss God off. Just go out there. They always have a good reason. Go out there and play God and piss Jesus off.
I'm fucking scientists, dude.
Fuckers.
I get why Christians hate them, though. Yeah, it's like growing babies in laboratories. Can't grow no baby in no laboratory. It needs a mama.
I think it's inevitable that every generation will get to a point where they don't like scientists. Because like right now, like we can ride the wave and be like, oh, cool, yeah, bring it on. Like bring out some more. I can still keep standing on my board. This is fine. Like, I get it. Okay, cool. But at some point, your mind's gonna start like deteriorating and slowing down, and ideas come out, and you can't adapt to it because your brain's like hardening up a little bit. You know, like it's not as fast as it once was. You're gonna be like, shut the fuck up! You don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
It's gonna happen.
yeah. And they,
I mean, like that's almost like a little, like a micro step towards death when that starts happening. Like, and I know that's gonna happen to me someday.
yeah. And I mean, if you think about it too, it's like scientists more than anybody, like anybody else, they push the fucking limits, dude. They constantly make you question shit, you know. And they, yeah, and that's like what they've been doing forever, you know. Like before we were growing babies in petri dishes, we were talking about the, you know, like, oh, the fucking sun doesn't revolve around the earth. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, people were like, just shut the fuck up. You're wrong. You know, like people get all pissed off about it, about changing their beliefs. But now, like, yeah, it's a lot of moral questions that are going to be brought up. I don't know, man. It's interesting times. It's like, you know what? I don't care what fucking bathroom you use right now. I don't give a fuck if you use the women's bathroom or the men's bathroom. We're growing babies in petri dishes. Like, we need to have a discussion right now.
Right.
Yeah. It's interesting times.
Yeah, I think we just need to. There's so much like other shit. It's kind of like, I mean, it's on a big scale, but like I always like to look at stuff that's on a big scale on a smaller scale. You know, like there's all this shit going on that's like amazing, and everybody wants to focus on that bullshit. It's like it'd be equivalent if you were like in a small community or something like that, or small group, family, whatever, and like just like, did you hear what so and so did? Hear what happened to so and so? You know, like. Meanwhile, there's all this other shit going on that's cool and amazing, you know. But you're just like focus on one another, like focus inward. It's like a community focus inward on itself, just killing itself, you know. Instead of like, hey, let's all move together as a team from point A to point B. What do you think? Okay.
Well, how do we get to that point though? You know, like how do we change people being so fucking particular and like shitty towards people and not paying attention to the big picture? Like, how the fuck do you change that?
I think,
is it like do we just continue to create content? You know, like do we like make people interested in bigger things? Like, I don't know how the fuck we get there.
I think everybody. I think it'll probably happen like over time, you know. But it has to be like, well, you have to start with the man in the mirror, right? Just like Michael Jackson said. But I mean, if you think about it, it's the same like struggle that we have. You know, like we attack mentally, go in there and attack ourselves, doubting ourselves, putting ourselves down, thinking the worst of everything. Like, what do they mean by that look? They must think I'm stupid. Did I say something stupid? Like that's the mind going inward on itself and not being productive, right?
Right.
Well, individual when a society is doing that, or majority is doing that, then the society does that. The society focuses inward on itself and isn't productive.
Fantastic point. Fantastic point.
Yeah. So it starts with the parts, right?
Yeah. Sorry, the fucking.
I'm working my hardest, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying too. I try. You know? Every once in a while, like there's just like a Wednesday where I'm just like, fuck it. I'm just being angry today. Like I just, you know what I'm saying? Like I've been happy for like 3 months straight. Like I'm letting shit go right now. Like I'm just gonna be angry. It doesn't feel good, but sometimes you just let go of that control a little bit. Unfortunately.
Yeah. Catching yourself arguing in your head.
That was
like I really think about it sometimes. I'm like, what am I doing? I'm not even arguing at that person in my head. I'm arguing. I'm like venting. It almost feels like me venting to me, and the idea that this person is an asshole or something. You know, like,
yeah.
You believe this? Like he did this? Like it's almost like the call me is just getting reamed and just yelled at by like this emotional me.
Right. Yeah.
I just catch myself like, oh, what? Like when
you manifest your anger into another person, and you're like, you're gonna play this role right now. Like, hey, you stupid. But really, it's like just a manifestation of shit. That's like what's that? That old saying where it's like if you hate somebody, it's actually something that you notice in somebody else that you hate about yourself, right? It's
Yeah,
that kind of deal.
everything that I just showing me the next part of me to accept and love or something like that, or
Ah, nice, yeah.
butchered it, but it's something like that. There's
Yeah.
also this saying that from Buddha that says holding a grudge. Yeah, holding a grudge. Yeah, holding. Yeah, that's good enough. Holding a grudge is like drinking poison and dies.
Say it again because the internet was shitty. You're
Holding a
through.
grudge.
Okay.
Grudge is like drinking poison and hoping the other person will die.
Ah, I like it. Yeah.
That's Buddha.
Yeah.
That's a good one. This is true. You hold on to it. You think you're doing something to them. You're just venting your own emotions and frustrations and not letting go of it and fueling it and fueling it
Yeah.
and fueling it. Sometimes, like,
That's funny. I've been. You were talking about in the last podcast about how you've been reading Bhagavad Gita a lot, and I was like, dude, like they have some like I've been reading. I haven't been like reading it through, but I've been reading like different quotes and like passages from it, dude. Like they have some legit shit in there, like some real like
dude.
make you stop and think, like, dude, why is this not the Bible? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so much like valuable shit in that fucking book.
I was actually gonna look at. I was actually gonna look at what I paid for this one, and I was actually gonna get your address and just surprise you and send you. This is a really good one. This translation. It's introduced and translated by Eknith Yesward. I can't pronounce his name. Jeez.
Just
But
like
yeah, anyways, it's amazing, man, because he does like these little intros before each chapter, because each chapter is the two talking, but he does an excerpt like this is the point of this chapter, and this is what they talk about, and this is how different people.
oh,
And then you
nice.
go into it and you read it, and it's like every one of them is like perfect, and the way they talk about the three ways to God, but they don't talk about God being one entity. Like everybody has a picture of that one person with a beard up in the sky, like kind of like everything, like the whole,
Yeah.
like the whole of this like entire creation, which is like more down my alley.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely good.
Hell yeah, dude.
Send you the link. Maybe I'll post it with this one, but of this actual translation. I think I looked into this and actually recommended this version.
Okay.
And this one actually has like really cool accents, like colors, like by the page number, like so there's like red colors in it.
Yeah.
Like a really nice book to just carry.
Nice.
She doubled back. I'm just been carrying it around, just referencing different chapters when I need it.
There we go. Maybe you can start bringing some of your favorite quotes and passages to the podcast.
Yeah.
Because I know like the episodes where we speak of enlightenment and we talk about self-worth and all that, like those tend to be like the favorite episodes. I think people can relate with that a lot. I think there's a lot of opportunity there.
I think everybody's kind of going through the same stuff. I think get my little sticky marker things out
Sure.
for the next podcast. Because we are talking about arguing in your head.
Yeah.
And I posted a while ago like and my buddy Jimmy actually gave me a while ago. Here's a quote from the Bhagavad Gita that it's actually like two or three little excerpts that I put together. Perform work in this world as a man established within himself, compassionate, self-reliant in the highest sense. For you look to the self for everything and need nothing from life but the opportunity to give.
I like it.
That's a good
Very
one.
nice.
I think that's a good mantra, like read every day. Like
Yeah.
because they talk a lot about that in the Bhagavad Gita about attachments and about how they can just sneak up on you. You have these attachments, so it's like living a life without those attachments, relying within yourself because of what you do. You're with your path and journey and stuff like that, and then so you don't need anything from life. Attachments, nothing to make you happy, but the opportunity to give.
Yeah.
So like the first two or three chapters are like my favorite. I actually read a book when I was in Florida, like just found the time to get those perfect chairs with the lamp behind it,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
enjoyable.
It's awesome. Well, we're at an hour and 5 minutes, and this internet shit is I think you're 30 megabytes. I don't know if that update went through. Or it could be my internet because
Yeah.
my internet has been taking a shit lately, which is why it took me a week to get that podcast up. So I don't know whose internet it is, but
So I mean, like I said, Hangouts we always had trouble with anyways. So
yeah.
we'll have to figure that out. We should do like a night before the next podcast, just sit down and figure out the Google Hangouts
Yeah.
internet things.
Yeah.
But well, before we go, I did find that little thing. So this is a quote from Letting Go by David R. Hawkins. In any situation which involves suffering, we have to ask ourselves, how long am I willing to pay the cost? Is enough? Is there a time to call an end to it? How long will I hang on to it? Price am I willing to pay to the other person for their wrongs, real or imaginary? Enough. How much self-punishment is enough? When will I give up the secret pleasure of the self-punishment? Sentence end.
Hell yeah. Let that shit go.
Let it go.
Yeah. All right.
It's funny too, like you always look for like things, like, oh, I need the answers to this, right? But you come across stuff like that, right? That's like ever like holding on to stuff and going through emotional things. I can go back to that and read it and probably be okay. We're always looking for new things. We never realize that we can go back to things that we've already read or books we've already read and get this in that same place,
You want to know what kind of does that for me is when I go back and I listen to Bohemian Rhapsody. Like, no matter how bad of a mood I'm in, like that fucking song, when it kicks in, I'm like, everything's okay.
Just acapella singing that in the shop today. And a couple people joined that.
Dude, what time were you doing that? Because we did the same shit at work today. Was it at like 2:30 or some shit? Like, it was on the radio. We were all on the fucking dock singing that shit.
I think it was around 2:30, but we weren't even listening to the radio. Like Bob started singing it, and then yeah,
it came on the radio, and like one person started singing it, and then like we just like kept going off each other, and like that is funny, dude.
Yeah, I think that's like that crosses like borders and languages and everything. Like that song, people know it,
Oh yeah.
So yeah, when you edit this podcast, close out with Bohemian Rhapsody. We'll get away with it on SoundCloud. Don't worry.
Wait until you see what I started the podcast with last time on episode 25. I don't know if you want 2 Queen songs in a row.
Well, I'm going to be popping that one in on my morning drive tomorrow.
Alrighty, so anybody who hasn't listened to episode 25 yet, I'm sure you haven't because we just posted it. Go get that shit. Oh, actually, this will be posted in a week, so yeah, I guess never mind. Yeah, listen to 25. It was a good one, and do you want to sign off since this was your episode?
Ownership of this episode?
Yeah. You started it, you finish it, bro.
It's all very confusing. So, episode 26. I hope you have a wonderful day.
Peace be with you. That's a good sign off. That's a good sign off, Mike.
A little bit more sincere, but it's pretty good.
No, it was the perfect amount of sincerity where it was just like, it was so real that it felt like you meant it. if you would have been like, you have yourself a great, I'd be like, dude, stop selling me shit, bro. Like, but you did it so real, where I was like, thanks, Mike. Like, you have a great day too. You
I
know?
want you to have day.
Hey, if you want me to, you sold me on it. I'll do my best, I promise.
We need to do like some. We need to do some like bonus tracks, man. Like you should do like one where you're just you, just like one message. Like, what do I want to send to somebody? Talking to them for one whole half hour. Meditation one, like you are awesome. Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Like those are awesome, man. Like I love to just have that and just like but do it in a funny way, you know.
Yeah. That would
All
be
that
sweet.
bullshit at work, all that emotional shit you've been holding on to, it's gone. It's gone.
We could do a special episode. Just like an extra, you know, just do an extra. We'll just edit that shit up, put some sweet music in there. Like, you got it.
Like once we get like this shit moved over to that site, like because we can title our podcast whatever we want. Like we should just do one and be like, why you are fucking awesome. And the whole podcast can be about like or about like just the chance to just because you're here is amazing. Like just the fact that you're here right now,
Yeah.
you know?
200,000 years of people fucking just so you could be here and listen to this podcast.
Right. Yeah,
How
come up with like
amazing.
topics like that where we both dive in like why it's, you know, why somebody is alive right now is amazing. Like can we just make a big list each and then we just dive into like a hour podcast of just like to somebody like
I'm down. I'm good for that.
stuff.
Oh yeah.
All right, man. I hope 26 goes better for you in the post.
I think it will. I think it will. I'm optimistic. We had like one viewer live. Maybe we should just go to FaceTime for a little bit because that internet was like really rough. And like the internet part wasn't as bad. Like I mean, you were cutting out a little bit and shit, which is fine. But the problem was like the audio would cut down to a super low volume, and I'd have to turn my volume all the way up, and then it would kick back in and blow my fucking eardrum out. Like fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know, I feel like we could just go like we do live stuff. Maybe we can make it like a little like event, you know, like make it a invite people and just make it all about interacting with people and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just keep the podcast like it was, like just because it's kind of hard. It's different. Like just fucked up and
Yeah. If it was like perfectly running HD and shit, then it'd be like, well, why not? Like, let's just do it. And if people want to hop in, hop in. But with this Hangouts, man, like I don't get how the fuck FaceTime runs so smooth, but Hangouts just takes a shit. Oh well.
yeah, I feel it's just even like the pacing and stuff like that. It's awkward too because it's like there's that delay. Because I'm looking at your face, you know. So it's like I feel like we step on each other more because we can't tell what's going on. Get disoriented, there's lag. Like
Right.
first, you know, because that's when most people are listening.
Yeah.
In the podcast, that's the actual podcast on my phone while I'm doing shit.
Yeah.
So that was a fun one. I'll go have a couple little collections. Think about using that Audible clip feature I was telling you about. Just playing stuff from my phone.
Yeah. Find some interesting shit. Do it for sure.
All right, man. I hope you have a great night. I'm gonna start uploading that.
All right, bro.
So I have it in the morning.
Peace be with you.
Wonderful, wonderful day.
Thank you. See ya.